Azure Back to School, Future Innovators. Whether you're returning to campus or advancing your career, this year brings unprecedented opportunities in artificial intelligence. I'm here to give you or guide you on three revolutionary concepts that are reshaping our digital landscape. That's AI, generative AI, and agentic AI. By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to kind of get a basic grasp, a basic understanding of what these technologies are, and also about how they are transforming industries and creating new career pathways on Azure. So let's start with the basic of what AI, which is artificial intelligence, is. It's not science fiction anymore. It has now transitioned into the backbone of modern computing. And at its core, AI enables machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, recognizing patterns, making decisions, and solving complex problems. Think about your daily interactions with Siri or Cortana, or when LinkedIn suggests you connections, or when Azure automatically scales your cloud resources. You can think of that as AI in action. So traditional AI excels at specific tasks, like it can classify images, translate languages, or even detect fraud with remarkable accuracy. So on the Azure platform, these capabilities are accessible through the cognitive services that developers can easily integrate with their application with just a few lines of code. And what makes this interesting for students and professionals is AI is not here to replace human creativity. It's about amplifying the whole process. So data scientists, software engineers, business analysts, they're all using Azure AI services to solve real world challenges from healthcare diagnostics to sustainable energy management. Now that we have seen what AI is, so what is generative AI? So this has captured global attention recently, and unlike traditional AI, it's you can think of it like a highly skilled analyst. It's like a creative partner that can produce entirely new content. Gen AI doesn't just analyze existing data, it creates it. It writes code, generates images, composes music, and even develops entire applications on its own. So Azure OpenAI service brings these capabilities to enterprise environments with security and scalability that you need. So think of generative AI like it democratizes creativity and productivity. A marketing student can generate campaign concepts. A computer science major can prototype applications much faster, and researchers can even hypothesize through generated simulations. On Azure, organizations are now using GPT models to automate customer service, generate personalized content, and you must have seen even in the software development space, you have GitHub Copilot, which is powered by the Azure infrastructure, and it's actually helping developers write much better code and faster. So remember, Gen AI is a tool that amplifies human capability, and most successful applications combine AI generation with human judgment, creativity, and domain expertise, which is quite key. Now that we have seen what AI and generative AI is, let's talk about agentic AI, which seems to be the future of autonomous AI systems. And agentic AI is a cutting edge technology, I would say, where AI systems can act autonomously, make decisions, and complete multi-step tasks with minimal human intervention. So imagine ChatGPT. You ask a question and it responds back with an answer. So agentic AI goes a few steps ahead of it, and it can actually plan, execute, and adapt. Imagine an AI system that just doesn't write code when you asked, but it can actually identify the problem, researches for the best solutions that can be implemented, and it can even implement fixes and test results all autonomously. So Azure is actually pioneering this space with AI agents that can manage cloud infrastructure, optimize resources allocation, and even coordinate between various different systems. These agents can understand concepts, set goals, and work consistently towards these solutions. So, for students entering the workforce, this creates fascinating opportunities because there are loads of requirements for AI trainers who can teach these systems. There is a need for AI orchestrators who can coordinate multiple agents, and even AI strategists who can identify where autonomous systems add value. So the key insight here is like agentic AI isn't about replacing human workers again. It's about creating human AI teams where both of them can collaborate, contribute with their unique strengths and creative thought process. So now that we have actually seen what AI, Gen AI, and agentic AI systems and these tech terms and terminologies are, we'll in the next session, let's see a few proof of concepts where we use agentic AI to scale the Terraform resources, and another part of it is an Azure agentic AI system, which can uh, process the log files. It can see what's wrong, where issues are, and it can even suggest the best way to go forward. So these are just few examples, and the possibilities are quite endless. So there's quite a bit of opportunity where AI agentic AI systems can be incorporated and used. So let's delve deeper into the POCs and see what we have got. Hey, welcome everyone to another series of AI basics to breakthroughs. Um, we're quite excited to show you all a demo, a POC that we did for log analytics connecting to the Azure App Insights workspace and using the power of AI to analyze the logs. So let's have a quick look at what we have done. Um, to show you what we did. Okay, so this is the UI that we built with Streamlit, and the backend uses Python, Azure SDKs, and other tools to connect. We have made this into a few different multi-agent system, one which connects to the Azure, another one which gets the logs, another one to create KQL queries, which interacts with the log system, and then another analyzer agent, which does the analysis of the logs and everything. So um, let's connect to the Azure CLI. So we need to check whether the Azure CLIs exist, and then we have logged into the into our account. And what happens is once we log in, it gives us the resource groups that are existing, and then um, uh, we connect to the resource group, and then inside the resource group we connect to the actual App Insights app, because you could have a lot more resource groups like dev, staging, production, everything. So we connect to whichever resource group we want, then connect to the actual App Insights that we want to analyze, and we fire queries against those. So now we have created something called as a log analysis RG, where we have our App Insights account set up. So let me quickly show you that. Um, so what we have done to okay, so here we have created a C# application which would just spit out random logs of exceptions, information, errors, and everything. So here we have email delivery failed, invalid user credential, cache update failed. So we just randomly create a list of errors so that we can use it in our app. Okay, let's go back to the Okay, so I'm connected here, and then we load the application insights resources. Yeah, so this one is actually built using the power of Crew AI. Uh, it provides you out-of-the-box facilities to create agents, which are very simple to create. They have a UI studio as well, where you can go ahead, drag and drop, and create agents. So give it a try. Now I'm selecting the log analysis app here. It should take a few seconds to get connected to. Okay, now we have this nice dashboard. It's to query your log analytics data. So I'm going to type in, show me exceptions in the last 2 hours. Okay, just asking it to show me the exceptions in the last 2 hours. And I'm going to click on Analyze. Let's see what this does. So what it's the background behind this process is it takes the query, show me exceptions the last 2 hours. The Crew agent analyzes the query and generates a KQL, a custom query language format, and it comes up with a proper query that can be um, sent to the API, the Azure SDK API, the Insights API, and it gets back the data. So if you see here, it has generated our query, which is 2 hours. I need exceptions, and this query is executed against the API, the App Insights API, and it brings back all the errors. And these errors are then, you know, the AI system uses these errors, and then we can do further analysis of these errors. That's amazing. So if you see this, it has actually found 36 errors, and then you have the top 10 most common error messages, which we have here. And okay, so once we have this error, we can actually ask the AI to do an analysis of the results. So this is very useful. Let's say you have a timeout error in the database and you want to see how many instances of those errors have happened, why it has happened, when. So the possibilities are quite endless. And this in the production situation, you have the log files are so huge. You need to form a proper KQL query to bring back all your results, what you need, what you don't need. So you have to sift through so much of information. So what this tries to simplify is you put a query in a natural human language saying, okay, what are my timeout errors and when did they happen? So it goes, queries that, and the AI parses all those results and then comes back with proper results saying, okay, fine, these are your timeout errors, why it happened, and what the possible solutions could be. Um, so yeah, because it's a POC, we're just trying to show you what is possible, and there are so many things which we can add on top of it to make it even more and more useful. The AI analysis has been completed for our errors, and let's see what the system has to say. So key findings. The most frequent error messages exception is report generation failed and cache update failed. And it's actually giving you the patterns and trends and what could be the business impact, potential issues, and the recommendations that it thinks it should be uh, done, a detailed action plan, suggested follow-up queries. The So let's say another query, show me the CPU and memory usage. And what happens is if I don't specify a time frame, it takes the default time frame that you have set here. You can go ahead and change it to what you want. So now is a time series analysis that it has given us from the logs. And here we see a nice stable format of the processor time, inside output, outside bytes, and everything. Now let's do an analysis with AI and see what we get. Great. Now we have the analysis completed. And what do we have here? The CPU usage is relatively low with percentage process time about 2.23. So if you look at this, it's quite useful in, say, finding potential issues about either underutilization or your overutilization of your resources. So this is how you can actually use the power of AI and link it up with the App Insights system to query any sort of logs that you want in simple human-like language, and then get an output. So this is very useful for devs who don't know KQL. They could just fire these queries and get response. And then it also gives you like detailed action plans for the CPU usage and everything. So yeah, that's the second example that we saw. It's good. These are the kind of no, the power that you could use to, to dissect the errors and information that you have. So as I said, there's quite a lot of possibilities that we can build into this system. We're just showing you a very high level overview of what we tried and what we can achieve with the power of AI. So thank you so much for connecting with us. See you in another next video very soon. Thank you.
So, welcome to another quick POC. Here, what we have done is something called as a Terraform GPT. We have used Terraform to connect to the Azure environment, and we're going to list all the resources, convert it into Terraform files, and optimize and modularize it. So, if you see, we have a list of questions here. You can say list my resources. So, I'm saying I want to import all my existing Azure resources. And what that's going to do is it's going to run the Terraform APIs, connect to your Azure backend, and then get us all the resources. So here you can see the power of AI, where you can convert user human like languages into a system understandable command. So now we can see it has listed all the resources, it has imported it, and it says, okay, do you want to proceed with optimizing it? Optimizing is more like, okay, segregating your Terraform files that it has downloaded into individual modules. And we said, yes, go ahead and optimize it. So it's running all the commands behind the scenes and optimizing it. And now we are saying, okay, go ahead and create these modules. Now it has optimized it. Now it's going to separate each one of the resources into its own module. That way it's easier when you come to deploy resources on another environment. You just select which modules you want and then you can run it. So so that's it. So you see the power of AI integrating with Terraform and your cloud environment, and see how it works well.